Up for sale is my 1974 rubber bumper MGB GT with the GM 215 cubic inch 3.5 liter V8 conversion. The engine is coupled to a 4-speed manual transmission with overdrive. This is one beautiful car. The body has that classic style that will never grow old. For me, this unique body is as classic as a C2 Corvette, and it performs better than most mid-year Corvettes, and it's about a third the price. From any angle you can appreciate the classic lines. This is the last of the MGB conversions in my collection. If you look at my YouTube channel, you will see some of the conversions I've owned and sold in the past. The glass, trim, all is in excellent condition. The body panel fit and paint is probably better than what came from the factory. This could be my favorite angle to look at this MGB. It truly is a work of art. As an owner of dozens of British cars over the past 51 years, you learn what to look for, and it will show you the usual problem areas, and many photos will often never show you the undercarriage. This area is often prone to rust and flaking. Also, many restorations either reuse or mask off the windshield rubber. As you can see, this area is in excellent condition. Panel fit is often neglected, and most times MGB hoods don't even line up. This car may be a good example of what to look for in a restored original MGB. As we compare the right and left side, you see the amount of time that was invested in this car. All the rubber seals look like they've been replaced. I don't know why many of the MGBs seem to have issues where the mirror mounts against the door. As you can see, there's no evidence of cracking or blowing out of the side view mirrors. Oftentimes, restored cars take shortcuts and forget to replace or use the same old pitted side vent windows. As you can see, these look almost new. Here's a photo of the right vent. MGBs are notorious for rust. I prefer looking at older restorations to see if the paint is holding up, and there are several areas that you need to look at. The wheel well area and the area immediately behind it, as you can see, is not only solid, but it is still smooth and polished all the way to the lower edge. Another area to look at is in front of the rear wheel wells, along with the quarter panels. These areas are in great shape. The entire interior has been redone. The door panels and seats are better than when they came from the factory. There is a light gray carpeting that is a nice offset to the black interior. The carpet is continued all the way into the back, and I always keep some cardboard in the back to protect it. All the gauges are new and functioning. The speedometer shows just under 3,000 miles since the restoration was done. The only issue is that it currently often shows 30 miles an hour when it's traveling 60. This MJ was built the way they should have been built in the US with the V8. The weight of the GM 215 V8 with all the modifications is about 40 pounds lighter than the original 4. It's guesstimated that this engine is putting out around 180 to 220 horsepower. To convert them correctly, you really should use an Edelbrock carburetor and remote oil filter. The remote oil filter in this case is mounted easily on the passenger side fender. The suspension and steering is tight as a drum, and all the bushings, as you can see, have been replaced. Everything is tucked away out of harm's way. The electric fan was added to keep the engine cool at all times. There is plenty of life left to these tires, and the brakes can handle the V8 power. Rust. I can't emphasize enough that finding a clean MGB that's rust-free is the challenge, and many sellers avoid showing the key areas to inspect. Look to see the condition of the jack tubes. I wouldn't try jacking up a B with the jack tube, but they should be present and solid as if you were going to try to jack it up from this location. Also look to see if the floors are original. As you can see, this has the smaller oil adapters to clear the rack and pinion steering. Since it has the 4-speed transmission, it also has an external slave cylinder. Since this photo was taken, I did snug down the 6 small overdrive plate bolts. The exhaust system is quiet and hugs the body nice and close. The exhaust is routed to give the classic British look with both tailpipes coming out the driver's side. Many are often missing the tailpipes. By routing the pipes all the way back, it's just safer and has a cleaner look. The battery box is located in the factory location and is solid. There is plenty of meat on the rear springs to handle the additional power. I'm not really sure what rear is in the car or the ratio that it has. Finishing up with a look at the rear of the car shows that the trunk area to be solid, and it's as solid as the rest of the car. I am now retiring and looking to thin down my collection and spend more time on the water. If you would like additional information or have any questions, you can contact me. My contact information is listed in the description below the video. Thank you and have a wonderful day today and every day.